All right, gentlemen, let's talk about a problem. So you go out there and you buy a beautiful shirt. Maybe find it on sale, maybe you spend a little bit more. Maybe you get something custom made. You've got big plans for the shirt. You want to wear it out at night, you want to wear it without a tie, and you want to look great. So you get the shirt, get it home, get it delivered, you put it on your sports jacket, you look at yourself in the mirror, and guess what? It is a limpy, falling over itself, weak collar. Now, why does this matter? Because the collar frames the face. And gents, if you're going to spend good money on a nice shirt and you just want to look good. So how to get that perfect collar? In today's video, I've got 5 tips on how to get the perfect looking collar when you wear it without a tie. Now, gents, like with all of my videos, I support this with an article over at Real Men Real Style. Go check out the article. I go into a lot more detail there. I've got some charts for you. I think you're going to enjoy it. Now let's get into it. So the 5 tips. The first tip on how to get the perfect shirt collar actually has nothing to do with the shirt collar. What do I mean? Actually, guys, it has to do with having a strong placket. Now, when you go out there and you look at shirts, plackets aren't something most people think about, unless maybe you're going custom and you can design it. But a strong placket is the core, is the center of your shirt. And if you're going to be able to wear a shirt without a tie, maybe have 1, 2, 3 buttons undone, and for it to look great, you've got to have a strong placket. And I know that there are, all the other tips I'm going to talk about, they're important, but they're not as important as this one. So what's my advice? To buy a shirt with a strong placket. If you're going to get it custom made, make sure maybe they've got it, double material reinforced. This is going to be the key to making sure it looks great. Unfortunately, most shirts out there have weak plackets. Even shirts that you buy that have a strong placket at the beginning, after maybe 5 to 10 washes, it starts to loosen up and all of a sudden they're not going to hold that look. Thank goodness we have entrepreneurs. As you guys know, I love businesses that solve a problem. I want you guys to go check out $1 Million Collar. I'm using their product right here. Basically what it does is they've tested this like little material that you sew into your actual placket to reinforce it. Guys, I have tested a lot of things and you guys know I get stuff sent to me all the time. I was actually amazed at how well this worked. Relatively inexpensive, guys. Again, go check out $1 Million Collar. I love it when entrepreneurs come in and solve a problem, and that's what these guys have done. Tip number 2 is to choose a shirt with the right collar style. So if you have a strong placket, you can actually get away with a wide range of collar styles. If you have a weak placket, you're going to want to be careful. There are only going to be certain styles that are going to work, and basically the placket that's weak is going to be able to support them. So you want to look at maybe more spread collars, collars with a shorter point. There are 2 things that determine collar styles. It's going to be the spread and it's going to be the point length. In both of those, you're going to want to make sure it's something that isn't too close together, so you want to be really careful of narrow point collars, and you want to be very careful of anything that is going to have a longer basically collar point length. So those 2 things you're going to want to minimize. If you can imagine, the placket just simply can't hold that much weight. Now there is a way around it if you can find a shirt that actually has a maybe an attached collar, or one, and you can, yes, take this to a seamstress and have her sew on a stronger collar. There are ways to actually maybe put a reinforcement in there, then it possibly can stand up a bit better on its own. But again, with a weak placket, it could start to fold in on itself. Really quick, let's talk about the button-down collar. The button-down collar is going to do a great job of actually keeping the points in place, but it can still have them leaning to one side or the other, so it's not truly going to solve the problem. The third tip I want to give you is look for collars with collar stays. What are collar stays? Basically, guys, they're the bones underneath here. So I'm going to pull this one out right here. This is a collar stay. You need to make sure when you're looking to buy a shirt that it has a place basically to be able to put these, and then it's actually going to work properly. Now, if you have a shirt that you already love and it doesn't have pockets for collar stays, you can possibly get those sewn in. Now, guys, I cover collar stays and I talk about magnetic collar stays and a lot of other things in this video right here, so you can go check that out. So tip number 4, use starch. What you want to do is starch the front right over here in the placket. Go ahead and starch the collar. Starch is a temporary stiffener. This is actually going to keep it in place. Now, Notice I said temporary because the problem with starch is after a few hours, it's going to stop having its effectiveness. Also, it can irritate the skin, and in some cases, if overused and if used for too many times, it can start to damage the shirt. However, it's a very inexpensive and very quick way to fix the problem. Tip number 5, button placement and fastening. So the rule here is the more buttons that you leave undone, the more likelihood the collar is going to basically fold in on itself. So one way is to actually button it up a bit more and actually see if that can better support the collar. The other thing is if you're going to get a shirt custom made, perhaps you actually want to talk with the tailor and say, okay, I want to have a little bit, maybe less room between there. Oftentimes the distance between the second and the first button can be shortened, and therefore it's going to hang a little bit better. Guys, I covered a lot of tips in this video. I want to reiterate though, number 1, make sure you get a strong placket. I want you to go check out $1 Million Collar. Like I said, guys, I've tested their product. I love supporting entrepreneurs that come in and basically solve a problem. That's what these guys have done, and good luck. I would love to hear from you guys down below what you think about $1 Million Collar, what your tips are for basically getting the perfect looking shirt collar. And that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video.